Nigerian politicians are known for making false claims. In fact, they are quick to make allegations of marginalization, especially when elections are in the offing. Most times, those allegations are meant to hoodwink or deceive gullible Nigerians. The allegations are propelled by a hidden agenda by politicians masquerading as champions of a state or a region in order to curry the people's support ahead of an election. The recent claim by former Kano State Governor Senator Kwankwaso that the administration of President Bola Tinubu has marginalized the North in federal road infrastructure projects should be seen from this prism. Senator Kwankwaso himself knows that the allegation is absolutely false, misleading and self-serving. The claim lacks facts and substance. Political leaders should not, for political expediency, make inflammatory statements and false capable of undermining the nation's fragile unity. Political observers believe there is a battle going on right now between politicians in the North to inherit the so-called 12 million Buhari votes. Former President Muhammadu Buhari, who passed away, is believed to have a dedicated 12 million votes who cast their ballots for him in all the elections he contested. Now that he is no more, some politicians are now posing as defenders of northern interests in order to inherit the elusive votes. Well, do the 12 million Buhari votes still exist? The ruling APC secured over 5.5 million votes in the 2023 presidential election in which late former President Buhari took part in. This position is not to diminish the crucial role the northern votes played in securing victory for President Tinubu. In fact, he got more votes from the north than the south. That's why it is unfathomable for one to think that the president would contemplate neglecting the region. There is nothing wrong in defending the interests of one's region, but you must do so with facts and figures and in a manner that is devoid of creating tensions and disunity in the country. President Bola Tinubu is a nationalist who spent a number of years building political bridges across the country. It is ridiculous to accuse him of marginalizing any region. President Tinubu remains firmly committed to developing every part of the country with fairness, equity, and the fear of God. The Minister of Works, Senator Dave Umahi, has presented incontrovertible facts and figures to back up this claim and has challenged anyone with contrary facts regarding the road projects to present them publicly. There are currently 4 ongoing legacy projects of the Tinubu administration. They include the 750-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway with 175 km under construction, the 1,068-kilometer Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway with 378 km ongoing in the north, the 465-kilometer Trans-Sahara Highway with 59 km under construction in Ebonyi State, and the Akwanga-Jos Bauchi-Gombe Road measuring 439 km and currently undergoing redesign to rigid pavement. The Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway passes through Sokoto, Kebbi, Niger, Kwara, Oyo, Ogun, and terminates in Lagos. 4 of these states are the northern region. Out of the total length of these legacy projects, the north accounts for 52%, while the south has 48%. Within the segments already under construction, the north has 756 km ongoing compared to 409 km in the south. The Kebbi state alone has 316 km under construction and Sokoto has 240 km ongoing. In contrast, Lagos has just 220 km. According to the Minister of Works, the mere mention of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway should not make one to ignore the massive work ongoing in the north. Umai also cited the 275-kilometer dual-line Sokoto-Gusau-Funtua Zaria Road, part of a 750-kilometer corridor being handled by 4 contractors at 824 billion naira. There is also the 700-kilometer Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road, valued at 764 billion naira. Other key northern projects, according to the minister, include the 256-kilometer Bua tax credit and spanning Jigawa, Katsina, and Kano states, the 156-kilometer Zaria-Hunkuyu Road, the 49-kilometer Kano Northern Bypass, the 110-kilometer Kano-Maiduguri Section 5, and various Dangote tax credit roads in Borno State. Under the tax credit scheme, the money that should have been paid to the federal government is deployed by corporate bodies to construct roads chosen by them. Out of the inherited Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited tax credit projects, the North has 53%, while the South has 47%. Of these, the Southeast receive only 4% and the Southwest 5%. Yet, President Tinubu did not complain and has continued to fund them. Additional projects in the north include the 76-kilometer Malando Road in Kebbi, the 250-kilometer Benue to 9th Mile Road, and the 86-kilometer Lokoja-Okene dualization project. In southern Nigeria, there are also several completed and ongoing projects which include the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the Oyo-Ogbomoso-Ilorin Road, and critical repairs of the third mainland Eko and Kata bridges. In the southeast, the Enugu-Onitsha Road, 107 km, is being funded by the MTN tax credit scheme with an additional 72-kilometer stretch undertaken by CBC. The Enugu-Abakaliki Road and access road to the second Niger Bridge are also under construction, along with the 61-kilometer Lokmanta-Enugu Road. In the south-south, ongoing projects include the Eleme-Onne Road, the Eket Bypass, East-West Road Section 2, the Nembe Brass Road, and the Bodo Boni Road by Julius Berger. President Tinubu is from the southwest, and the Works Minister says he is under pressure from some people in that region due to limited funding challenge of major roads like Ibadan Oyo, Ibadan Ile-Ife, Ilesha, and Ore Shagam. In the words of Senator Umahi, the Kata Bridge is so deformed it needs to be demolished. The third mainland bridge is close to heavy trucks due to underwater defects. Maybe the President's region should also accuse him of marginalizing it in terms of road projects. The federal government has promised to continue to fund critical projects irrespective of region because they're all part of the nation's economic corridor. The Minister of Works, after presenting information on ongoing road projects, called on Senator Kwankwaso to apologize to President Tinubu for his misleading claim. Maybe he should consider doing so.